everybody, I'm Omega and welcome to Omega Moonshine Tarot. So today I'm going to be doing the zodiac signs, right, for the next couple of weeks, right, for how the middle towards the end of April will be for you. So I've got my cards here ready. We're going to start with Aries, right, since we're in Aries season, and we'll get going. Welcome again to Omega Moonshine Tarot. I hope you enjoy this reading. Okay, Aries, overall theme for your reading is going to be, pleasure. Makes sense. We in y'all season. Pleasure. It's a time for y'all to be pleasurable. It's a time for y'all to have a little bit of fun, be okay, and just chill and hang out. Like it's y'all time right now. Have fun. Even if fun is work for you, even if you're doing something you love, just enjoy whatever you're doing. It's a season of just enjoyment. I wanted to say celebration, but like, it's one card. Shit. Oh, excuse me. I curse, I smoke, all that. So please know that about me ahead of time, okay? Stay if you feel called. Go if you don't. Either way, let's help each other. Now, you've got the tortoise. Home is where the heart is. Okay. So maybe you're seeking a little bit of solace in your home. Or actually, maybe you need to go home. I don't know. Okay, let's get some cards. We've got pleasure and we've got the tortoise, right? And the tortoise, and you know what's crazy? Most people consider like pleasure, like going out and stuff like that. You can find pleasure at home too, but most people consider pleasure like going out and having enjoyment. And the tortoise says that home is where the heart is. So off the bat, I'm getting balance. Are you balanced this Aries season? You know, Aries is the actual true start of the year, right? So you guys start the year off. Are you starting it off with balance, with love, with connection? You see what I'm saying? All right. We're going to get into the actual reading here. The pleasurable tortoise. Ooh, maybe you're going to find pleasure at home. Maybe you're going to find pleasure at home. When was the last time you saw family and did something pleasurable with the group? All right. So off rip, Aries, you've already been in kind of like a nosy, curious energy. You've already been in an energy of trying to know. And Spirit is telling you to ignore that off the rip. Spirit is telling you to ignore that. Maybe I hit something on the head when I said business. Ooh, throwing the card. Okay. I feel like I hit something on the head when I said business for you all. Seems like that's a huge focus right now. Okay. Oh, wow. The way these kind of lined up is weird. All right. Your first card is the Magician. So for some reason in this season, you've had a little bit of doubt going on. And the Magician is just a reminder that you have everything that you need. And maybe your doubt is this pleasurable finding home, or maybe your doubt is in this business. I feel like I feel like it definitely has something to do with career. It definitely has something to do with your career path. Um, Now you also have the Ace of Swords as this next card. So the Ace of Swords, it definitely represents some truths coming out. It definitely represents the beginning of something, right? With the revealing of those truths, something new is going to begin. Now you've got the Strength card here as well. This card is so beautiful. You've got the Strength card here as well. And y'all know strength can come in many different shapes, forms, whatever you want to call it. But in everything, you got to have strength, right? This card is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to keep going so that way I can kind of give you the whole thing. We've got the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very idealistic. He stands firm in his beliefs. What he knows to be true. He's got a lot of ideas going on. He's manifesting a lot. The King of Wands, he's very in tune. And you also have this beautifully painted Death card. Right? We know death is just a letting go. And then you've got this Eight of Wands. These cards are gorgeous. With the bottom of the deck being the Queen of Wands. Maybe they threw a little bit of love in there too. All right, so now you've got pleasure and home is where your heart is. You've been trying to seek out pleasure for a long while. You haven't felt like 100% comfortable, but now as we stepped into Aries season, you've been trying to figure out how to gain that comfortability, right? And you've been living in the pleasure. Hey, it's your birthday month. You should live in the pleasure. Well, this in the end of your birthday month, right? You should live in pleasure. You should live in enjoyment, but then always remember that home is where the heart is, because you also need that balance. But I definitely feel like it's about finding pleasure in one's solace. I feel like that's going to be the general reading. Aries don't really like to be alone that often, right? They're okay with being alone. They can be alone, but they don't like to be alone. And Spirit is telling you that some of your journey has to be done alone, and you have everything that you need in order to do that journey alone. And like, I know sometimes they may feel like we need a person for this or for that, whether it's for temporary pleasurable gains or whether it's for something else. You just feel like you need someone there next to you, or you at least want it to the point where you're craving it. But the truth is going to come out, and the truth is you honestly don't need somebody there. Everything that you want career-wise, everything that you want relationship-wise, you have to put the work in to attain. And you really honestly have to start with yourself, right? And once yourself is all set, you'll realize you'll pick better romantic partners as well. Not to say that your romantic partner isn't good, but you'll definitely pick better romantic partners. Or maybe you'll be less toxic in your current relationship, right? It'll make things a lot easier for you. And in that time, you have to have strength, because when you really are trying to do something different or are trying to gain balance, it always feels hard. It's because we become addicted to that thing, right? We become addicted to having people around us. We become addicted to the praise that we get, the love and attention that we get, right? You, as Aries, you guys are fiery. People notice you, right? So we become accustomed to that, and sometimes you have to remember that the best attention comes from inward. And that's what like you need in that moment. And when you start to get less and less of the things that you crave, you start to have that panic, right? That's that, what do they call it? When you're detoxing from a drug, right? So that's how it's gonna feel like. So you're gonna have strength to get through that process, right? You have so many ideas that you wanna kind of put out. You're very strong in your beliefs. You're very strong in your ideas, and you know what you want out of life, but you have to like really shed some of that ego, because that ego is what's craving everybody else. That ego is what's craving the attention of everyone, instead of finding that solace and that pleasure in oneself, right? You have to be able to make yourself happy before everybody else can make you happy. And that's why, although you love the absolute attention, you're not able to fully grasp like that true happiness from it, right? And you also got the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, look, you're planting your seeds. You're starting to, you know, you're starting this journey. And I love it because those, don't we always make a wish on those flowers? I forgot what they're called, but those are the ones we always make a wish upon, right? And we blow them up. You're manifesting, you're planting your seeds about how you want your life to be. You're planting your seeds about how you want your life to be. I'm trying to make sure the card is like clear. And I love how it has both the King of Wands and then the bottom of the deck has the Queen of Wands, because you're really trying to get into that energy. Like, you're really trying to get into that balance, right? Balancing that masculine and that feminine. Balancing your thoughts. Balancing the things that you know you need to do on your journey, but also balancing like your ego and your higher self, right? So we're gonna do a few of these oracle. So y'all, while I shuffle these a little bit, I am going to start doing a video about every 2 weeks, right? I'll do for like the beginning of the month and the end of the month for all zodiacs. And then I'll try to do a little more frequent with collective readings, just so you guys know my schedule. All right. Let's get Aries. That's crazy, because I know I've been like, it's been back and forth on this reading, but look at this. Trust the process. Trust in yourself. Trust. Bottom of the deck is faith in the process, and I was saying both of them. Trust yourself in this journey, right? With 31 there, 31 being 4. That's what, isn't that what your ancestors are watching? They're guiding, they're helping. Your angels are guiding, they're helping. They've got your back on this. And I feel like that's kind of reflected in this by the full-blown nature that's surrounding her. The universe is surrounding her in this picture. You see that? Trust yourself and have faith in the process. And you see the 32 equals 5. Change, have faith in the process. It's going to end up the exact way it's supposed to. It's going to end the way it's supposed to. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave you with an affirmation. Okay, one of those cards flipped. When I live and act from a place of alignment, balance, that was the key. It wasn't relationship, it was balance. When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Balance, alignment. Aries, that was your reading. I hope that it resonates. And definitely make sure you guys are checking out all of your charts, right? It's not just Aries sun, it's the sun, moon, rising, Venus, all of that. Things that kind of help in who you are, which is your whole chart. In reality, we're all signs, which is why I'm just going to make one video for the signs instead of doing them all separately, because that's what I started out doing, but that is not a very tangible way to do things. That was a lot. I can see why other readers stopped. I tried to start with that foolishness. Stay set. All right. So moving on from Aries spirit, we're going into Taurus. Taurus season. Taurus, y'all coming up. Y'all next. I don't know money. Taurus. Acceptance. What y'all need to accept, Taurus? I'm laughing because, again, I don't know that many Taurus, but, you know, you guys have the reputation of being stubborn. You have the reputation of being stubborn. So snail. It actually makes sense based off of these words here. Pacing, steadiness, coiled energy. Taurus, I kind of feel like, and of course we've got to do the reading first, right? But I kind of feel like the gist of this reading, Seven of Swords popped out, I kind of feel like off that already, you're failing to accept some stagnant energy that you're in right now, right? You want to be on the move. You want to go. You're the bull. You're ready, right? But it's saying, like, in this moment, be steady. Be still. That's what I'm hearing. Be still. Give you a woman chain. Oh, and it came out in reverse. I'm about to flip it. Something said leave it like that. Leave it. Taurus, you guys are ready. I feel like this one came out. Oh, you guys are very ready. An extra card came out for you, Taurus. You guys are really ready. You guys been hoping for a message for a while. And the Lovers came out. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers. You guys been hoping for a message for a while. Taurus, you came in here gunned out. So Taurus, you've got the Seven of Swords. I like to look at these cards. These are one of my newer decks, and it's everything on it is so lovely. Does he have a wand in his hand? He has a staff in his hand. The swords are all in the background. Like, you see, this is crazy because he's been kind of taken in by the crows. He's kind of like half man, half crow, right? And there's a swan up there with the swords, and he's got a staff, and he's got one of those birds on his shoulder, and the swords are like inside of the stone near the swan. You've also got this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Right? And then you've got Temperance. So basically just off of these three cards at the top, right? I feel like you've changed in order to fit your narrative, right? You did what you had to do to survive. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm hearing. You did what you had to do to survive. And now the wheels are turning, but you don't feel like they're turning in a direction that is best for you. You feel like the way things are going, it's not right. And maybe it's because you hopped into this journey off of survival instead of hopping into the journey off of love and peace and happiness, right? And the universe is telling you to have patience. The universe is telling you to have patience because with the Wheel of Fortune, things do change, right? Things do change, and sometimes those changes make us uncomfortable. But a season has to end in order for a new season to begin. So change is inevitable, right? The only thing you can do is have patience through the change. The only thing in life consistent is change, right? We've got this Two of Wands. You see how he's waiting? You see how he's chilling? But he's prepared. He's prepared though. If waiting is the issue, don't let your mind run idle. Do things that's going to prepare you for the change. Get your stuff ready. Clear out some of the old stuff, right? You got to clear out the old in order to make room for the new. Clear out some of the old stuff. You know, get your mind right. Pick up a book. What's a change that you've always wanted to make? Start those changes now. Don't let your mind run idle if idleness is, you know, your issue. If that's your issue, you see how he's ready. He's ready. He's patient. He's patiently waiting. But he is ready. He is ready. Okay? You've got the King of Pentacles, right? Stability is upon us. And it's crazy because the King of Pentacles sometimes can be seen as like boring, dull, because they value the stability above everything else. And stability comes in many ways. There's financial stability, mental stability, emotional stability. They value their stability. So a lot of times they tend to be loners. A lot of times they tend to be introverts, right? Because they don't need nothing messing up their energy. That's what it is. But King of Pentacles, right? You need to value your stability. And here's the thing. I know that's probably why you're freaking out, because stability is in question right now, right? But just stay ready, because Spirit's got your back. Do what you can. Do the things that you can. Don't force anything. Just do what you can. Kind of go with the flow. And I know sometimes that's hard. It's easier to set a plan. You want to set a plan. But you guys ever heard that saying, if you want to make God laugh, plan. Set a plan. Tell them what your plan is, right? That's what you've been trying to do, Taurus. You've been trying to set your plan, and Spirit is like, no, we got you. Just get ready. We got a plan. The plan is set. The plan is set. What you doing, right? And you got this King of Swords. Like, you like, Spirit, I'm ready. What's causing this issue, right? What's causing this issue? No. Chill out. Relax. Spirit is already going to show you what it is. You like, who need to be cut off? Who got to do this? Who got to do that? Spirit is like, we're going to show you. We're going to show you everything you need to know. We're going to bring it to you. Page of Pentacles. We're going to bring it to you. Right? We're going to look at the owls there. Oh my gosh, there's faces down there. I didn't even realize there's faces in nature. Just look at the bottom corner. Almost looks as if she's sitting on a dragon, right? It's got scales, it's got horns, it's got she's sitting on a dragon. Listen, they're going to deliver it to you on a silver platter. They're going to deliver your guidance to you on a silver platter. They're going to deliver your stability to you on a silver platter. They're going to deliver your love to you on a silver platter. But you so damn busy trying to make your own plan, and this is when I'm going to get it, and this is how I'm going to do it, and they're laughing at you. Hate to say it. Hate to say it, but they laughing at you. So, oh shit. That's like 5 cards. No thank you. Spirit. I'm trying to see if it's these cards being stuck together or if y'all are still jet set. Y'all probably staring at these cards like, make something I want pop out, please. And Spirit is just laughing at you. Listen, y'all, please let me know if any of these readings resonate in the comments, okay? Please let me know if any of these readings resonate. Remember to check for your sun, moon, and your rising, right? All right. Okay. Going, listen, free from judgment, free to love. Listen, again, like I said before, I feel like y'all went into a situation based off survival. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers. Y'all knew what I was talking about. I didn't have to spell it out. Y'all knew what the hell I was talking about. Now things are turning, things are changing. Y'all realizing this ain't what it is, and y'all need to go. But you stubborn, and things are changing, and Spirit is going to reveal to you everything. But you so damn stubborn, you want to stay in your spot, and Spirit is like, hell no. Free from judgment, free to love. Love who you want. You're not judged based off of what you do. Here's the thing. Men always want to judge you. And when I say men, I mean us as humans. Humans always judge, right? At the end of the day, nobody can judge. So nobody don't judge. Like, we might think that we judge. In reality, we're judging ourselves. That jealousy that people are talking about, or when they come to you and tell you you're doing wrong, that's because they feel like they're doing wrong. Don't always take that shit to heart. You're free from judgment, right? Going beyond normal. And I know sometimes that can be tough. Y'all like things the way it is. Y'all been living in things the way it is, and y'all feel like it's all good. It's all gravy. But I'm telling you it's not. Shit. I'm gonna just keep this card that came out on top. And I'm also going to keep the card Damn. 3 cards, like, literally stuck out to me. I normally don't do these, but we're just going to do them all. Okay. 3 cards literally stuck out to me. First one. I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. Okay? I am patient, knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Okay? Bottom of the deck. I release time and let the universe show me what to do. It ain't all up to you, Taurus. You ain't gotta be the head, the neck, the body, and all. Allow different entities to do their job because they are all trying to help you get to what is of your highest good. Release those things, even if it's a little uncomfortable, just because it feels normal. No, release them. Let go of that hurt, let go of the pain, let go of the need. You're no longer in a need for survival. You've heard of the superhero complex. When you're going through issues and somebody kind of comes along and saves you, you start to fall in love, but not because you actually love the person, but you love what they've done for you, right? Selflessly. So, Taurus, no, 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 no more. All right. Let's go into Gemini. Gemini. Oh, shit. Gemini. Y'all forgive me. I'm very weird. I like it like that, though. So if you vibe with me, come vibe. If you don't. People have also said I'm very highly... Well, they said formal, but I didn't want to say formal because I don't feel like I'm formal. Gemini, pleasure. Another pleasure. But wait, you know what's like popped in my head? What's the Encanto? Luisa song? But wait, if I could shake this Christian weight of expectation, would that free some room up for joy or relaxation or simple pleasure? Instead we measure this growing pressure keeps growing. Y'all got pressure right now? Huh? Do y'all got pressure? Pressure like a chip, chip, chip that'll never stop. Whoa. Pressure like a tick, tick, tick till you just go pop. Whoa, oh, oh. Give it to your sister, it doesn't hurt her. See if she can handle every family burden. Watch as she buckles and bends, but never breaks. No mistakes. See, ain't no mistakes in readers. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. You guys been feeling the pressure. But don't worry, because Spirit is about to relieve and show you, reveal. Revealing illusion, paradox, levity. You got the coyote. Spirit is about to reveal to help you release the pressure. This growing pressure keeps growing, keep going, but all we know is 9 of Swords, bottom of the deck. Shit's getting scary, y'all. Listen, that's why you feeling pressure, because shit's starting to get out of hand. You're starting to look around like, what is going on? You're craving just a moment, a minute to yourself. You're begging for it, Lord. Just 1 minute. 1 minute, and you know it's almost over, but you know when it comes to the ending, it's like when you go through a video game, right, and you get to the ending and you got the boss level, right? You can't win the game without going through the boss level. You're coming to the end of this cycle, you're coming to the end of the journey, and you know it's the end of the journey, but now you're dreading what may come after, because you're like, when it's the end, it's the boss level. So you're trying to prepare for this boss level. You have not had a minute for yourself. Your mind has been focused on all this hurt and all this turmoil that you've had. The whole war for you has just been nuts. And you're trying to figure out what in the world is going on. Your first card is this High Priestess. There's secrets within the shadows. The shadows talk, my friend. The shadows talk. She's got a pomegranate in her hand. She's rising up with the owl beneath her, right? It looks like it's a giant tree with like wands and shells. It's amazing, right? And she's got the moon on her clothing. There are secrets in the shadows, right? Spirit is trying to get you to, you know, a new level. They're trying to raise you to a new level, right? When you beat the game, right, what they, you know, you become like an ultimate warrior. You're getting ready for that next stage of your life, but you're preparing so hard that you're missing those good moments, right? You've got the Ace of Wands. A new beginning is coming. The 9 plus the 1 is 10, right? It's the end of the cycle, but 10 plus 0 is 1. A new beginning. Every time there's an end, there's a new beginning, and it's going to start. It's going to start with you being able to finally kind of get down your ideas, finally kind of start your business. That's what you're leading into going. You've been in a cycle that's been so vicious, and it's been a losing cycle. And here's the thing, it's not really a losing cycle. It's a learning cycle, I should say. You've been in a learning cycle. It's not a cycle that's like, helping you physically to the next. It's more of a mental cycle, right? It's not giving you any gains other than the things inside. It's building your strength, but it's not, you get what I'm saying. I know you get what I'm saying. Gemini, I know you understand. You haven't been able to use both faces. You haven't been able to do that balance because you're so focused on, you know, getting out of this negative cycle, but you are going to come out of it. The end of the cycle is near. Yes, you've got to battle the big boss. That it is what it is, but at the end of the day, it is time for you to put down roots. It's time for you to get structured. The businesses that you want to open, the ideas that you have inside of you, that book that you want to write, whatever it is that you have inside of you, it is that time, because you've got the Ace of Wands, you've got the beginning, but then you also have this King of Wands. He's ready. He is ready. He's got his ideas out. He is ready. He's conspiring with the universe. They're putting it out there. You've got the 7 of Wands. It's time to lay those seeds. Look at this. You see how, like, you see this looks like a battle, and she's protecting her own. She's protecting her own. But she's going up against a creature that is bigger than her, right? And she's got beautiful swirls on her, and her kids are behind her. You have something worth fighting for in this situation. And let me kind of put it in perspective. This is just an example. Say, for example, one of you are really is going through it at work. You really are going through it at work. It really has to be like a really negative manager, supervisor, something's going on that is like driving you crazy while you're at work, right? And you've got great ideas, and you've got great determination, and you never feel like you're heard, and you never feel like things are going well. So now you feel stuck within this position. You're not moving up within the job, but it's definitely taught you a lot about the things that you want to do and help you learn about yourself, right? And then you've got this boss who's getting at you. You're coming to the end of the cycle. You're like, is this for me? Is this for me? And in reality, it is for you to do your own thing within that. You see what I'm saying? Within that company, you were unique for that position for a reason. And it's time for you to go and branch out and do your own thing and make them eat them words. Make them wonder, like, you know, I should have taken them up on that offer. I should have helped them with their ideas. I should have developed them, right? No, you go out and you do that stuff yourself, but you've got to fight the big boss in order to do that, right? You've got to stand up to yourself. You got to stand up to yourself. You got to stand up to the boss. You got to tell them what it is, and you have more to lose within this because they a boss already. You see what I'm saying? They already got their business going. Doesn't mean they can't lose, right? Doesn't mean they can't lose stuff, but they might lose a couple dollars, have to pay you out, whatever the case may be. That's chump change to them. But you've got actually something to lose, right? This is probably how you feed your family. This is, you know, how you get to the next level. This is, you know, the thing that's been keeping you sane, probably how you get most of your human connection. You probably spend more time at work than you do at home. And that's a struggle, kind of getting out of that mindset, and instead of wiring it for somebody else, wiring it for yourself, right? But you got the Empress. Big energy with the sun behind her, you see? And look at nature. All those butterflies she's throwing. It's time for your transformation. It's time for your transformation into this boss ass energy. You see what I'm saying? You weren't meant to do this one position. You were given those ideas for a reason. You were given that insight for a reason. But even so, you were put in this position for a reason, for the things that you had to learn. Does not mean that you still need to be there. Does not mean that you still need to be there. You've manifested your closure with this place. You manifested the end of it. And it can come. You manifested the end of it, and it can come. But that's all up to you. That is all up to you. With this one. All right. That's up to you. To be honest, Gemini, overall, you got some great stuff going. Like, just to break down the reading, like, honestly, just find time to balance, find time to enjoy the situation, find time to find pleasure in what you're doing, right? And you've already been, like, no, I wouldn't call it upset, but you've already been, like, done with this for a while. You've already mentally been done with it for a while. Stop dwelling on it and just jump, leap, do what you want it to do, because that's what you've been wanting to do. After the storm. And you see the owl represents wisdom. The owl represents knowledge. This storm wasn't just a storm. It brought you well-needed wisdom and knowledge. After the storm, you see? The sun behind, is that even the sun? Whatever it is, it's gorgeous, right? It's like gold. And he's making it through. He's got his rewards, and he's taking his, and he's hauling ass. And I know sometimes that can be hard because we have it dwelled in our minds, and it's so freaking toxic that we need people in order to do what we want to do. And we need people, we need approval. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Beyond the mind, the heart. This is for something. You're passionate about this, and I feel that passion. Do you see how excitedly I'm talking? I noticed it the whole reading, but I couldn't even help it. You're passionate about this. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is something within your heart, your soul. This is something within your being. Stop allowing this thing to suck the energy out of you, knowing dang well you're not getting a freaking thing from them other than that one paycheck. Especially because if you do it on your own, right? If you do it on your own, there's so much more to gain, so much more knowledge, so much more power, so much more insight. I don't know what it is, whether it's a promotion at a job, or whether it's you starting your own business, or whether you doing that endeavor that's always been on your heart, that secret dream of yours. It's time for us to shoot for our dreams, Gemini. Shoot for your dreams. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. What did it say? I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. Bottom of the deck. Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. This is bigger than you, baby. This is bigger than you. This is always bigger than you. I feel like that reading was for someone specific. I know, like, Gemini, tell me who resonated with that. Taurus, you're on a whole, Gemini, you're on a whole nother level right now. You're on a whole nother level, Gemini. Tell me who that resonated with, because That was wild, Gemini. And I see it like so freaking clearly. I see it. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. You're enough, you're enough, you're enough. I promise you're enough, you're enough. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Come to the stage, come to the stage. Y'all, so I am a Cancer sun. My sun is Cancer. Cancer, come to the stage. What messages are needed for Cancer for the next few weeks, aka the end of April? Creation. Creation. Interesting. Armadillo. Cancer. Creation. And you've got Armadillo. Marking territory. Impenetrable defense. Caution. And it's crazy because you've got creation, right? Creation and then the armadillo. So, you know, creation, one, we are creation, but two, we create. We are very creative creatures. So it's telling you that it's time to go create. It is time to go do that endeavor that you wanted to do, right? But you've got this armadillo, marking territory, impenetrable defense, caution. Be cautious about who you let into your area. Be cautious about who's around. Mark your territory on this job. Speak it into existence. Call it into you, right? Because what I'm getting from this, and of course I want to pull the cards, but I feel this energy, you know, maybe I'm just talking personal, but hey, you got it, you got it. But what I'm getting from this is like, it's a really good time to protect your area, your energy. And it's crazy because look where those cards flew, right behind the crystals, right behind the crystals. It's very important to protect your energy, to protect your area, to protect your thoughts, your goals, your process. I know it's very important to speak your goals and your dreams, but it's also very important to keep quiet the way to get there. Keep quiet the way to get there, right? And for those who don't understand, what I'm basically saying when I say keep quiet about the way to get there, you can tell people like, I want to do this or I want to do that, right? But until you create, until you're able to get to where you need to go, keep quiet. Go through the process, because here's the thing. When it comes to creations, there's wins and there's losses, right? You have to fail to win. And it's going to be a lot. There's a lot of change happening for you, Cancer. A lot of change. So, bottom of the deck is this Five of Pentacles. You see how she's kind of left out in the cold? She's kind of sad, but she's got everything she needs, including one of those pentacles. And it's crazy because one of those pentacles is kind of broken, right? It's broken. And it's not lit like the other ones. And it's right above her head with the butterfly. Change is upon us, right? And this is the pentacle that you hold right now. You felt kind of like over this past journey, maybe even just the beginning of April, kind of broken, kind of sad, kind of in your own, and you feel like you're far away from the circle, but this butterfly is able to travel anywhere. It is time for you to transform. There's a chameleon there as well. It's time for you to transform. It is time for you to change so that you can kind of like get into that mindset, get into what you need to be into. I don't know. Your first card is the Fool. Jump. Do it. You see how she's ready to jump? She's ready to fly. That thing that you want to do, do it. Stop pushing it off. I know we hella procrastinators. Stop pushing it off, right? It's time to do it. You got this King of Cups, but look at him venturing towards his cup. He didn't sit there and wait for the cup to be brought to him. You see what I'm saying? Like the you know, everybody is waiting for their happiness to come. We create happiness. We speak happiness. We make happiness. Jump into your happiness. Jump into those ideas. Jump into change. You don't have to be there left out in the cold, right? You've got the Six of Pentacles. Look at him. He's sitting on this thing, and this thing is just spewing coins. He's playing his sound. He's playing, it's almost like a flute, but it's got like a dragon's head. He's playing his flute, and the coins are just falling free. And it's crazy because look, it's causing this to grow. Plant your seeds. And I know I said that a lot, but this is the time to do it. Remember, we are all signs, so there's going to be similarities in each reading. Look, it's like it's fertilizing the water. The coins are in the water, and it's fertilizing this plant. Call it to you. Manifest. Plant your seeds. Don't sit there and wait for the cup to come to you. Grab your pentacles. Grab your shit and go. Are you thinking about moving? I'm not thinking about moving, but are you thinking about moving? Because it's really giving. Grab your shit and go, right? You got the Five of Cups, but the Five of Cups came out in reverse. See, you're not left out in the cold. You're not. Look at all she has is this water. This water. All she has is this fish, and this water has like different beings in the water. Look at the water. Has different beings in the water. She has this one fish, and she's looking at it, and it's dead. You notice it's belly up and it's outside of the water. It is dead, and she's mourning the loss of that fish, but she's got two live living fish behind her, right? She's worried about the things that she's lost and not worried about the things that she has still, not being grateful. And it's crazy. Bottom of the this deck was gratitude, but I didn't say it because I wanted to get into the reading, but here it is showing up again, grateful. She's not, like, it came out in reverse, right? So it's time to be grateful. You've been grateful for what you have. You haven't been standing there mourning the loss of something. You've been standing there trying to figure out how to get to the next stage. And a lot of it is things that you've been trying to cut out. In reality, you don't. Well, maybe it's a lack of that, right? Because you've got the Queen of Swords, but you got the Queen of Swords in reverse. Maybe you've had a lack of cutting things out of your life. Maybe you're lacking the emptiness. In order to start anew, you have to get rid of the old, right? And I was actually just speaking this to a fellow Cancer. You'll notice some chops in the videos, and that's when I stopped to do, you know, personal readings. And hers literally said, you have to clear out the old in order to get the new. So how do you go into that new journey? You let go of the things from before, and you haven't been doing that. You've been hoarding. You've been hoarding emotions. You've been hoarding feelings. You've been hoarding situation. You've been hoarding people. There's some people that should not be around you right now that you don't want to let go. You've been hoarding garbage. When was the last time you cleaned your room, Cancer? Yeah, I'll wait, because I know the last time I cleaned mine. It's time to clear out. The Sun. It's time to clear out because you have happiness coming to you. Look at this basket. I'm just going to show you the card because that's all I'm sitting here doing is looking at this damn card. But it's time, once you release it, the joy that comes with it, release this empty energy because you're not empty. You're full of creation. You're full of ideas. You're full of knowledge. You're full of wisdom. You're full of love. You have a way to get the financial abundance that you want. You're just so focused on the things that you've lost and the things that you no longer have that you're not really paying attention to the things that you can have, or the things that are still there waiting for you, the people that are still there waiting for you. Come on, Cancer. Get out of this slump. We're in a slump. This is giving slump energy. And here's the thing. What we fail to realize is creation lies in the darkness, right? We've been in slump energy. That's really darkness energy. And Queen Cup Tarot always says, and I love Queen Cup Tarot, shout out to her, that there's a difference between darkness and evil. We've been in the darkness. Doesn't mean we're evil. Doesn't mean anything is evil. It's upon us. But there's a difference between darkness and evil. We've been in the darkness. We've been in that that slump, that negative energy, right? And it's time for us to get out of it. And look at that. New birth, guarded vigilantly. New birth, guarded vigilantly. That transformation, right? You're being born anew, and you have to guard that transformation with all that you have, because that's the only way you'll be able to keep it. I know that sounds crazy. You think that nobody goes backwards. Trust me, we do. Dream a beautiful dream. Dream a beautiful dream. Spirals of manifestation underneath that. It's our time, Cancer. It's been our season. Our season has been upon us for a while, and we've been kind of slumped to it. We've been kind of slumped to it. So Cancer, your affirmation: I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. You know, as Cancers, we lead by emotion, right? So that's what's the hardest thing about this change, is to remember that just because our feelings are hurt, that we're not in a terrible place, right? So we lead with our emotions. You can be kind and loving towards others while setting those clear boundaries, while keeping people at a distance, because people, like, they'll always test your limits. You have to mentally hold down your own boundaries. You got manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates the spirit and the spirit of the world. Cancer, you also, you know, it's something bigger that you're coming from. That level of creation that you have is for something bigger, right? But you have to get out of that, oh, I have to please people energy. You have to get out of that, oh, I'm here for other people type energy. You kind of have to get into your shadow self, your dark energy, you know, in order to kind of go and protect yourself, mark your territory, and have faith on your dreams and your goals. That's what you need to do right now, is to have that faith and that courage in those dreams that you want. So Cancer, that's what you need. That's what you have for the next 2 weeks, the end of April here. We're going to move on to the next sign after Cancer. It's Leo. Come on, Leos. What's up, Lions? All right, Leos. Getting into your reading here. All right, Leos. Let me get for Leo spirit, please. Of course you want to be extra, Leo. Stop it. I'm going to give it, though, because I gave it to the other one, but you extra. So, Leo, you've got patience, change, and fear. And patience and fear was on the opposite sides of change. Oh, what's on the opposite side? Bliss, right? Patience and fear was on the opposite sides of change. This is weird. I feel like you're gonna cause me issues. My nose is starting to itch. Whose nose is itching? Blow your nose. Could be just me. I got allergies. I'm playing games. All right. So patience, change, and fear. Leos, you guys are used to being on spotlight, so patience and change is going to be hard, right? But because you're used to being on spotlight, you always know that change is inevitable. You know that change is coming. Why are you afraid of it this time around? What's causing you to fear it? That's what I'm getting. I don't know. We're gonna... Ladybug. Fortune, gratification, wishes. Fortune, gratification, wishes, Ladybug. Is it time for you to fly? I feel like it's time for you to fly. And lions don't fly. So you're fearing that change. The change that you have to make in order to try something new. But this something new is going to bring you all that you've ever wanted. So you're patiently waiting for the change to take place, but you fear the change that is meant to come. That's what I'm getting. Off the bat, you've got 3 wands here, right? And I love how it look. That's the wands, right? So you're already in a very idealistic type energy. You're already in a very mental state of mind. You've already been in a relying on your mental, which is very difficult for you to do, fire, right? Okay, so let's get into it. Bottom of the deck is the 6 of Swords. You see how there's crows on all of these swords? Well, except for one. And she's flying on the swan above it. She's flying on the swan above it. I feel like that represents your fear, but that also represents, like, you see how, like, she's above it all. Things are happening around you, right? Change, powerful change is happening around you, and you're being carried by the swan while you sleep patiently on its back, waiting for the next stage of your life. 9 of Wands underneath that. Damn. So you've got the Queen of Swords. Here's the thing, Leo. Here's the thing. You've been in this energy for a while. You've been knew change was upon you. You have that connection to your energy to feel when it shifts, right? So you already knew change was meant to come. But you've been afraid to allow it in, which is why you haven't let go of a few of the things that you needed to let go of, because you feel like those things are going to bring you solace in the midst of this change. You feel like those things are going to give you comfort in the midst of this change. In reality, the only thing you need is yourself. The only thing you need is yourself. You're quick, you're agile, you're adaptable. Allow that to kind of train you to prepare for this next stage. You've got the King of Wands. And look at it, it's crazy because look what he's watching. He's watching this kind of lion spirit. It almost looks like it's coming out of his wings, but it also looks like, oh, my back is, oh, it's crazy. Then I started scratching the wings. Oh my gosh. So it's got it almost looks like it's coming out of his wings, and it's got, you know, the staff with the lion's head on it, right? And you know, King of Wands, they live in their idealism, right? Knowledge is power to him. Knowledge is power. Release some of the materialistic gains, release some of the mental gains, some of the people, and trade it for knowledge, trade it for solace, right? Because you're fearing that if you let go of these things, you won't be comfortable while things are changing. But in reality, the release of these things is exactly what you need to head into that change, the devil. The need for it is only in your head. Your need for this thing is in your head. I love the devil cards because you always see like the strings and they're not really attached to anything. Look at this. Let me show you. Let me spell it out for you. This is you trapped. You see your strings are attached to this keyhole. It's locked up in this keyhole. Look where the key is. Right above you. You have the key. The key is there. The entrapment is in your mind. That's what fear is. It's a mental trap. You've got the Knight of Wands. This is telling me like you're waiting for somebody to bring you this key. You're waiting for somebody to come save you, right? You're like, I've got this. This is gonna happen. But in reality, you're your own savior in this relationship. That's 3 cards. And You know what's crazy? Look how this Knight of Wands has got the foxes. You see what I'm saying? All that. Like, you're waiting for somebody to come save you. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that somebody will not come save you. I'm saying common sense needs to wheel out, even in the rescue, right? Because you got this Two of Cups, and you know, Two of Cups is that true relationship, that true give and take, that love. You see the heart dangling above them. These two trees, they're intertwined. And I love how it's represented by trees with the fish, right? Because trees represents that full stability. Like, it's something that's going to bring you, like, comfort. And maybe that's who you're waiting on. You're waiting for your prince or princess to come save the day. I don't know. Maybe you are the prince or the princess and you're waiting for the knight, which is why the Knight of Wands is in front of it, to save the day. Leo, something tells me you've been in this journey for a while. You've been in this stuck energy. We'll keep it because these two cards keep coming out. You've been in this stuck energy for a while, and it's time for you to come out of the stuck energy. It's very similar to a different side that I was reading before you. I can't remember what side it was that I got these cards for, but please, y'all, tag it in below if you watch more than one reading, because you've also got the Seven of Wands. You're gonna have to defend, like, your ideas and your choices and, you know, the issues that you've gone through, which to me, that's never fair. That's never fair that you have to defend yourself and the way you want to live your life against other people, but that's just the way the world works, right? But here's the thing, you can change it. You can change it. You don't have to play the game. You don't have to live life based off of what other people say. You don't have to. It's all a choice. You don't have to sit there and wait for somebody to save the day. You can save yourself, and in saving yourself, it makes it easier for that person to come along. It makes it easier for that love to come in, because when they come and get you, you've already been released. You've already been set free. You know, meet me halfway. Please meet me halfway. That's what I'm hearing. Meet me halfway. Could you meet me halfway? Right on the borderline is where I'm gonna wait for you. I'll be looking out night and day. Put my heart to the limit, and this is where I stand. All right. So you gotta meet them halfway. Relationship-wise, you gotta meet them halfway. You already know there's a change coming. You already know there's new things upon you, and it's going to be an internal change. All of this is internal shifts. That's why you've got so many wands here. This is all internal. You are going through an internal battle. You're going through a transformation. You're going through an elevation. Your decisions are going to affect your next movements. This is all an internal battle. But once you get out of your mind, that person's asking you for you to meet them halfway. And in a way, there's some boundaries that you're going to have to set, because there's still going to be some sort of defense for self. But can you meet me halfway? Help me out. Help me understand you, is what I'm hearing. Help me understand you. All right, let's go into the oracle. So I've got receiving. Receiving. I feel like this card comes up because you're receiving this change with a clear mind. You're receiving this change with a clear mind after the storm. After the internal storm that you're going through, because that's what you're going through, an internal storm. It says, softly, softly, the tender touch. Softly, softly, the tender touch. That's what it's going to bring you to. It's going to bring you to tears. This change is going to bring you back down to earth, is what I'm feeling. It's going to bring you back down to earth. It's going to ground you. It's going to ground you. Your affirmation: I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and to joy. It's time to do something different. It's time to let go of some of that aggression. It's time to let go of some of that pent-up pain that we've been holding. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. You are. You are worthy of feeling good. You're worthy of happiness. You're worthy of joy. You don't have to sit in negativity all day, all the time. You're worthy of so much more. And maybe that's something that you fear. Maybe you don't feel worthy. But you are. They want you for a reason. It's a true connection for a reason. Allow them in. Allow them in to your heart. Allow yourself into your heart. Really. Really. Leo, I hope that resonated. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's go ahead on to Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, you've got sovereignty. Sovereignty represents power. Sorry, y'all. Just let everybody know, I do personal readings. Please feel free to reach out. I'm gonna put the flyer at the beginning of this video. Virgo, please, Spirit, Virgo. So you started off with sovereignty. Eel. Masculinity. Oh, I don't even know how to say that word. Hold on. Virility. Flexibility. I don't like not knowing stuff, y'all. That's a new one. I typed in VIR and Virgo came up. VIRITY. In a man, the quality of having strength, energy, and strong sex vibe, manliness. Okay. Masculinity, flexibility, and virility. Okay, virility. So aggression and virility were highly prized in soldiers. Okay. So you and your masculine energy, I see you. And it's crazy because the first card was power. I'm gonna put this back just because I didn't do my little, well, we're gonna reshuffle. So you're definitely living in your masculine. You're definitely living for power, for strength, for energy right now. Like, you're going through the motions of just what is in, like, masculine energy. And I'm not sure what that looks like for you, female Virgos. And then the High Priestess came up in reverse. Secrets coming to light. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Y'all know that Swords energy representing the truth coming out. The Queen of Swords, she knows when to cut somebody off. She has that wisdom and that knowledge inside of her. She knows when it's time to release, right? But you're living in your masculine energy, though. So maybe that they let that one out just for the females real quick. They let that one out for the females. So your first card is this High Priestess in reverse. So again, masculine energy, because, you know, the High Priestess is a little more feminine than anything, and it came out in reverse. But you've also got the High Priestess representing the secrets, right? She's one of the higher female versions, the all-knowing. So I don't want to say like dumb, but that was the first word that came to mind. But I'm gonna switch it up just because, you know, we have to rewire our brains to what we want. That includes you, Virgo. You have to rewire your brains to have things kind of align with your journey, right? So I'm not gonna say that first word that came in mind, but I'm going to say ready for knowledge. right? You're ready for knowledge. There is a lack of knowledge. The best teachers are the best students. And that's one of the things about Virgos. You guys like to be the smartest people in the room. But the best teachers are the best students, those who observe, those who watch, those who listen more than they speak, those who absorb energy. That's the energy that you need to be in right now. You need to be in an energy absorbing energy. You need to be building your knowledge, right? Masculine, and here's the thing, it's a little opposite of the beginning, because masculine energy is usually associated with like go, go, go. Sorry, I'm lighting more frankincense. Masculine energy is usually associated with like go, 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 and feminine energy is usually associated with like the idealism of the thought or the slow release or whatever the case may be. But you've got death next. Okay, so maybe it's the releasing, you're releasing this feminine energy. What I'm getting is like, Virgo, you're definitely entering like, you know how everybody's saying it's their villain era? In reality, you're entering your dark energy. But here's the thing, people always associate dark energy with villainous. They always associate it with the evil, but it's not evil. What dark energy is taking care of your needs before everybody else's. What light energy is taking care of everybody else's needs before your own. You are coming into an energy. You're coming into an energy where you have to release the thought of putting everybody else before yourself. You're also coming into an energy where you have to release the thought that you know more than everybody else. Because in reality, in this situation, you don't. You might think that you know it all, but maybe taking some advice is going to be your best bet on getting to the next stage of this. Death of the ego. Death of the ego. You've got this King of Cups. You've got hella masculine energy going on. You got the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups, he sits in his emotions and he understands them, right? He's very masculine, very comforting, very paternal, right? But he sits in that energy and he uses his emotions to get to the next level of life because he understands his emotion. He doesn't dwell on the emotion. He doesn't allow it to give him a big head or allow it to negatively impact his relationships. He takes time to evaluate those emotions in order to do what he needs to do outside of it. And that's what you need to do. You need time to think about who you are as a person. You've got the Lovers here. You've got the Lovers. Maybe this is within the relationship, Virgo, that you have to humble yourself. That's what it is. It's recognizing your power and humbling yourself. And I'm not saying humble as in, you know, allow that person to win. I'm saying humble as in realizing that your power doesn't even come from you. It comes from the universe. It comes from God. Whoever you want, whoever you look into. I'll get into more about my beliefs on a later date, but whoever you believe in, like, that's where your power comes from. You don't even realize that it's not even your power. It's theirs. They've lent it to you. They've gifted it to you. This is your energy, right? So maybe you have to humble yourself in order to understand the situation better, understand all sides of it, realize that you don't know what's always best. You don't know. You cannot decide for everybody. You cannot decide what your partner is going to do. You cannot make them do what you want them to do just because you feel like you have the better knowledge of it. I don't know why that's the situation. That's the way this is going, but that's what I feel you've been doing. You've been kind of forcing your beliefs on your partner, and your partner doesn't want it. It's causing problems. And you don't know what's best. And the only thing you can control is yourself. The only thing you have control over is yourself. There's a way to lead properly. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you don't lead as well as you should. And that's because you're leading by force, not by example, not by connection, right? You've also got the Magician. You have everything you need in the situation. That is true, right? But it's time for you to make magic happen. Do something different. Be a little spontaneous. Do the opposite of what your partner expects you to do, because you've held it down so hard that it's my way or the highway, and you're about to lose someone that you absolutely positively love because of it. You're about to lose someone you love because of it. It's time to put that energy aside, and it's time to truly take on your true form, and to be happy, and to be humble, and to be grateful. That's the energy I see you need to be in, because you got the Nine of Swords in reverse. You want to make a change. You want things to be better. You don't want this feminine energy to cut you off. And it's crazy, the world is underneath that. You guys want to share the world. You do. You want that love and that joy and that connection with this person, but it's so hard. It's so hard to have, because like you're stuck in this kind of like, oh, it's one way or the highway, my way or my, you know, type of mentality. And you guys are always butting heads. You have to release control. That's what it is. Release control. But not of your, but here's the thing, not of yourself, just of them. Allow them to control their own life, and you control your own life. That's how relationships work. It's balance. You're individuals together. You're not one whole thing. It's two individuals coming together. Allow them to be individually them, and you allow yourself to be individually you. Yes, you both can learn things. You both can change. You both can adapt. But that doesn't, you're not supposed to change for the other person. You change because it's something that's better for you. Not because my boyfriend or my husband told me I have to change, but because I want to change, because I know that it's something that's better for me. It's better for my highest good. It's better for my children. That's what you're lacking, Virgo. You're lacking that choice. You're not giving them a choice to be freely them. And that doesn't mean that you can't continue to be freely you. You should be able to be freely you 100%, but you cannot force your agenda upon people. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to shuffle again, because you know what? Maybe it's just the Aries season, because I've got these same two cards multiple times, and y'all watch me shuffle. After the storm and receiving. Receiving after the storm. Now, here's the thing. Last reading, I felt like it was, you know, you're receiving stuff after the storm. But I feel like, Virgo, receiving is the knowledge that you need to receive. You see how it circles her brain? For you, Virgo, it's the knowledge that you need to receive. It's the patience that you need to receive. It's the understanding of power, understanding true masculinity that you need to receive. The way to lead properly. And I got after the storm, and I feel like after the storm is after this big argument. You guys have been going back and forth. You guys haven't been right ever since you guys kind of butted heads on the situation. And you have what you want wants you. This is meant. You and this person, you're meant. You're meant. Shock of the new. You're meant. You just have to allow them to be themselves and not who you expect them to be. When you both can live freely is when the relationship will thrive. That's what you're waiting on. You're waiting on both of you to live freely. And the only way to do that is for both of you to have power over thyself. I only have power over me. I don't have power over you. Let's be and work hard to be better. Let's learn from each other. You're not the smartest person in the world. Trust me. I would know. Virgo rising. Okay. So Virgo, your affirmation. I accept that good things come easily. I'm a super attractor. I accept that good things come easily. I feel like that connects to the reading in a way of saying, like, I don't have to force things. I don't have to force it. I don't have to make it happen. Things will happen the way that they're supposed to happen. Good things come easily, right? When I merge with my desire, when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. When I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. You don't have to be in charge of the situation. You just have to know what you want. That's it. And you can't force anybody to be it. You can't force yourself to you know, force anybody to be it. You can't force anybody to do it. just allow everybody to live. But once you connect to that peace, things will happen because you have control over your life and you know what you want in your life. So things will align with you the way it needs to based off of that piece of information. So Virgo, that was your reading. What's after Virgo? What's Virgo? September, October. Libra. Libras. Ooh. Libras, Libras, Libras. Hello, Libra. Did our card flip? Okay, I thought I saw our card flip. Libra, 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 Libra. Of course, Libra, you want to be extra too. Libra, you guys are all about balance. Y'all saw one of them other people be extra. You like, I'm gonna be extra too. You got boundaries, hunger, and resilience. Setting clear, and it's crazy because I love how these cards play out. Setting clear boundaries, right? And when you set those boundaries, stick with them. Don't be led by the flesh. Don't, be craving a person so much you break your own boundaries to allow them in just because you want to be around them. Don't say, oh, this is a change that I want to make, and then break your own boundaries and then cause it not to happen. You see what I'm saying? Resilience. You have to have strength. You have to build up your resilience to it, right? Once you set your boundaries, you have to stick with it yourself. Only you can do that. Only you can do that. After life. Okay. Libra. I'm gonna keep them because they're kind of opposites. Kind of, not fully. You got the porcupine. Quiet, curiosity, storytelling, ancestral wisdom. But you've also got the chameleon, camouflage, adaptation, clairvoyance. And here's why I said they were kind of opposites, because I know people are like, how the hell are they opposites? So even though the porcupine is quiet, it's ancestral wisdom, it's storytelling, right? You have to be able to communicate with others in order to storytell. You have to kind of come out of your shell in order to share your story, right? That comes at the end. That comes after the wisdom. You have to gain the wisdom to go through that. The chameleon hides from all of that. Now, sometimes hiding is a sign of wisdom, right? You have to know when to hold them and when to fold them, but they adapt to their surroundings. They blend in. They adapt to the people that they're talking to, and sometimes in that moment you forget your own story. You forget who you are because you're adapting to the, for example, you're a chameleon, you're a lizard, but you're adapting to the color of the trees to the point where sometimes you forget that you're a freaking chameleon and not a tree. You see what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you hide so well, you hide from yourself. I feel like that hit hard, but I don't know if it hit as hard as I felt it. But Libra, I felt like that hit. Sometimes you hide so hard that you hide from yourself. Oh my gosh. Which is why you have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. Personal boundaries, physical boundaries, boundaries with other humans. Okay. Yeah. You've been through a lot of pain lately, Libra. You've been through a lot of fear, and you don't even realize that a lot of that fear comes from your own mental, your own thought process, how you feel like things should be, how you feel like things are going to play out. It's all like in your head. Let me get one more card, please, Spirit. That's crazy because you actually have the Libra card on the board here in reverse. In fucking reverse. Okay. First card, Ace of Wands. Libra, for this next few weeks in April, you're coming to a very idealistic journey of your life, something that you've been kind of thinking about, planning about. You're finally putting those things into motion, but you have to set those boundaries. There's certain things that you have to do in order to get there. That's kind of what I'm feeling for the gist of your story, and it's going to be a little heartbreaking because there's a few people that you got to cut off too, but we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. Your first card is this Four of Swords. So this already off the bat tells me a lot of your issues are definitely of the mind, right? A lot of, and I don't even know how this, I don't know if I'm pushing the table up or if I'm scooting the chair back, but something's moving here. But a lot of the problems that you have right now personally are of your own thought process. And here's the thing, there are a lot of things aiming for you. You're not crazy, right? Now here's the thing, you're not crazy. There are problems around you. Right, Libra? There are problems around you. But the problems or the rate that that problem is going to affect you is in your mind. You're planning for the worst. You've got the problems in your head, like this is how these issues are going to play out. But trust me, them shits won't even touch you if you do things the way you're supposed to do. You've got this Knight of Wands in reverse. You've been failing to kind of get your idealistic journeys off the ground. You've been failing to get your idealistic journeys off the ground, and that's because you've been so focused on these problems. You've been focused on these problems or problematic people, right? And here's the thing, you planted the seed for it. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. You planted the seed and your fruit is growing and you're starting to see some bloom, but something's telling me you've been too focused on the negative to get it. That's what boundaries kind of help with. Boundaries help you realize that we focus on people outside of ourselves, or situations outside of ourselves, so far much to the point where we forget to be grateful for what we have. Are you looking at somebody else who's done what you're doing before you, or are you watching people who have more than you instead of turning around and looking at yourself and being grateful for what you have? And I'm going to get to why I said that in a minute. You also have this Ace of Cups. So you do have a new beginning in relationships coming for you, Libra. A new beginning in relationships coming for you. And I don't know, I feel like it's a relationship with yourself. I'm not going to lie. Because I feel like you're finally starting to understand you a little more. You're finally starting to come out of this camouflage era. You hid so well that you hid from yourself. You remember I said it. You hid so well that you hid from yourself, and you're starting to find yourself again. You're starting to come out of that energy. You got Justice here. You know, Justice is the balancing of the scales, and it's crazy because that is your card. Look at your symbol right there. But the Justice card came out in reverse. Justice cannot happen without you doing what you were supposed to be doing. Justice is karma. You get out what you put in, right? So when you put in positivity, you get positivity. When you put in negativity, you get negativity. But you're so worried about other shit that you haven't been able to fully put in the way you put in, and you still have things growing from minimal effort you put in. You put in minimal effort and you're starting to see some fruits, right? Imagine if you really put it in there. Imagine if you set those clear boundaries. Imagine if you stop connecting with people that's hindering you. Imagine if you stopped hiding your true nature from yourself. Imagine if you built up your resilience and stopped going with the flow and stopped going with the flesh and oh, squirrel, getting distracted, right? Imagine if you actually listen to the stories told to you. Or imagine if you tell stories to others in order to help them gain, right? You'll actually gain more people that way. People always remember those who help them as well as they remember the ones who did them wrong. Which one are you going to be? Which one are you going to be? This Justice card, I feel like it came up in reverse because the choice is yours. Your justice is of your own. It's of your own. And then you got Judgment right after Justice. You've got Judgment right after Justice. And something's telling me that the reason why, and here's the thing, Judgment actually comes before Justice, if you didn't know. Because I have to judge you on your actions. You have to first take those actions, and then I must judge you on those actions, and then I will give you your justice based off of the judgment that I perceived, right? But you got your justice before your judgment. Well, actually, it's a lack of justice, right? Because it came out in reverse. So I feel like it's a reminder that it's coming. It didn't come the way you expected it to come. Maybe that's why it's in reverse. It didn't come the way you expected it to become because you were so lost in that other feeling, right? You weren't fully yourself. Now you're getting back to yourself, and now we can judge you on your true nature. Now you're being judged on your true nature, your true ideas, your true self. That's what I'm getting, true self. My earpod just died. You're getting judged on your true self, Libra. You see the wishy-washy in this reading? Like, I know that's like the scale, the balance, whatever you want to call it, but you have to really come in contact with yourself. I'm gonna take it. Releasing alliances. Letting go of some of those people. Some of those people you hid behind. You thought they were a true alliance because they helped you defend yourself, but in reality, you were hiding behind them and they're trying to go through their journey and you're missing your complete path because you're following along their journey with them instead of being on your own journey. Defend to the end, the worthwhile. You are the worthwhile. Defend to the end. Realize who you are. Realize who you are. You have to take that camouflage off. And sometimes storytelling helps us do that. Sometimes storytelling helps us reconnect with ourselves. Reconnect, kind of like come back to who we are when we relive our journey through the eyes of another. I'm gonna go with the bottom of the deck first because these two cards are quite long. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. You want to feel good, but here's the thing. It's not that you've been feeling bad, but you haven't been feeling you. Once you feel you, that's when you'll feel good. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately towards my highest good. It is. It is. It knows exactly what you want, but you have to remember what you want as well. It knows exactly what you want and what you need, but you have to remember that. You have to remember why you started. You have to remember why you came before you started hiding out of fear. You have to get out of that fear. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally. Support will surround me and movements will form. Everything that you've been asking for. It's everything that you've been asking for. Joy, ideas, support, movement, change. But you have to make joy a priority. And here's the thing, making joy a priority goes back to knowing yourself, because you have to know what makes yourself happy. You have to know what makes you you. The only way to do that is to prioritize you. So that's really your reading, Libra. Get back to yourself, prioritize yourself. This is your new year. We're still at the beginning of it. Start it how you want to. I'm gonna crack my back. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, what's up to Libra, October, November, Scorpio. Scorpio. Excuse me, I want to put my other ear pod in. It died. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio. Spirit, let's get a card for Scorpio, please. Patience. Bottom of the deck, power. This power and patience. I'm trying to tell you. All right, let's see. You have a Martin. Fortune tidings, camaraderie, crown chakra, patience, fortune, good things are coming to you. Camaraderie is coming to you. That friendship, true love is coming to you. Crown chakra, you're connecting to the universe. Scorpio, you're finding your balance within the universe. That's what I'm feeling. You're fully allowing the universe to do its job. You're finding faith in it. You're finding faith in it, right? That's what the crown chakra, your connection. King of Wands. Queen of Wands, balance. You're coming into balance. You're coming into balance. And this could also be a very balanced relationship. You've got another Wands. Wands. You're living right now for the mind. Your mind is what's been important to you. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your ideas. Eight of Wands, swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the world. I feel like you're going to get it. You're asking for the world, right? The reward is basically just fulfillment. The end of the cycle. I feel like you're going to get it. You've got the King of Wands. The next 2 weeks for you. King of Wands, right? You're living, and the Queen of Wands. You're living in your idealism. You're connecting back to nature. You're connecting back to music. You'll realize that the Queen is playing the harp off of a tree, right? You're connecting back to nature. You're grounding yourself, right? That's why your crown chakra is opening up. You're grounding yourself, right? And then you have this Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is kind of like, you know, you're preparing to start. You're preparing for that battle, but it came out in reverse. So there is a lack of preparation. But I don't know if that's on your end or if that's on spirit end. The reason why I say that is because you've got the Eight of Wands too. You planted your seeds. You kind of asked for it. You blew it. You see what I'm saying? You're manifesting them. You blew them out. The ideas came to mind and you manifested them. The only thing that you lack is a partner. I don't know if it's you, but I feel like you're manifesting somebody to share the ideas with. You're manifesting someone to share the ideas with. Right? But then you have Judgment. So in reality, right? The universe already knows it's watching you. It already knows what to give you. But here's the thing. Here's what I'm getting from you, Scorpio. And I feel like your reading is going to be short because I feel like, you know, that's it. You have to have patience. You've been putting in your energy. You've got some things coming to you, some fortunes, things like that. You're opening up your crown chakra. The only thing that's missing from that Martin is the camaraderie, right? The Two of Wands came out in reverse. It's the camaraderie. That's the only thing, camaraderie. I don't know why I'm saying shit, but I feel like it's like camaraderie and relationship together, right? I feel like that's what you're missing and you're waiting for it and you feel judgment coming. But here's the thing. You're to the point where, and you know, all my Scorpios, let me know if this is true. You're looking at past relationships, right? People that you previously been in entanglements or relationships, however you want to say it with. And the fact that this card is camaraderie, and you've got the Two of Wands in reverse, and you've got this Judgment card, and then you've got this Ten of Swords here, and the Ten of Swords is your last card. Instead of you waiting for spirit or the universe to bring in someone new into your life and to give you the world, right, and give you everything that you manifested, the sword, the star underneath that, give you the world and give you everything that you manifested, you're looking at the past and saying, which one of these people deserve to come along with me? The truth of the matter is none of them. None of them. Wait for your true soulmate. Wait for it. I know sometimes waiting is the hardest part, but wait for that to come. What is already with you? What is already with you? Your mindset, your change, your adaptation. That person is not with you for a reason. What is with you currently? What do you have with you currently? Use that. Embrace it. Be grateful for it. And look, bottom of the deck is Pandora's gift. Gift. That abundance is coming to life for you. Visions of life beyond death. It's coming for you. Like, and here's the thing. Some of you aren't ready. Some of you are not ready for that mindset. Some of you are not ready for those specific types of changes, but it is coming for you regardless of whether you want to or not. And you really have to put yourself 10 toes down in this. You have to have patience, and you have to stick to it. Don't change course, or don't look back, or don't go back to some of those previous people just because you feel like you might need them in your circle, or you want somebody to share this with. They're going to give you that. They're going to give you someone to share this situation with. As soon as I choose to see the light in dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. As soon as I choose to see the light in dark corners, I redirect my power to what I want. As soon as you stop focusing on the negative and stop focusing on the fact that you're in the darkness, and focus on the fact that if there is darkness, what is one thing that will always chase out the dark is light. As soon as you realize that there is light in the dark corners, because darkness is not forever, the shadow is not forever. It's always darkness before the dawn. The dawn has to come. You see what I'm saying? It's the cycle. It's the energy of life. As soon as you realize there's positivity even in the negativity, you're going to continue to focus on the previous people, previous relationships on the past, and you need to focus on the now in order to move forward. And this might help. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith and love of the universe. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my love in the faith of the universe. Allow the universe to do its job. Have faith in it. Love it. Love the fact that you know that the universe has got your back, right? And let that quiet multiply each day. Take moments to yourself. Take moments to quiet your energy. Take moments to bring your energy back down to earth. You got this. So, Scorpio, that was your reading. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, it is your turn. Sagittarius, to the front, please. To the front, to the front, to the front. Sagittarius. Faith, purity, and pleasure. Faith, purity, and pleasure. Have faith in the situation. Cleanse yourself during this process. And also don't forget to enjoy those small moments. That's what I'm getting off for it. That's what I'm getting off for it. Sagittarius. Okay. Sag. Come on. Give me a card for Sag, please. Thank you. I was about to skip this deck. Shit. Martin. Same one. Fortune, Tides, Kamadri, Crown Chakra. But you have faith, right? So your faith is what's connecting you to the Crown Chakra. You have purity and you have pleasure, right? So pleasure is your fortune tidings, and your purity, purity is your fortune tidings, your pleasure is your camaraderie, right? Because a lot of times it's better to enjoy things with a partner or with a friend. The sun popped out, y'all. The sun popped out immediately. Immediately. I'm gonna put it back just because, you know, I like to do my little shuffle before the card comes out. But the sun was ready. Y'all ready. Sagittarius, y'all are ready. Okay. That card flipped. Shit. Well, thank you, Sagittarius. Okay. I shot it out in reverse, so I'm going to keep it in reverse. Okay. Whew. Well, Sag, you destroyed me, but it's okay. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. So you feel like you've been left out in the cold. You feel like you've been kind of left behind. And that kind of broke your stability a little bit. You were relying on this person, the situation, to kind of bring you stability. And when they left, it was, you know, for you, it felt like devastating, right? It felt devastating. It felt like, you know, that was it for you. But that wasn't the truth at all, because you have your own power. You have your own knowledge. You have your own talents. You have your own gifts, right? It's time to rely on those things. It's like 4 cards. But first card is this Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Stop going back to the things that hurt you. Stop going back to the struggles, right? You have so many things that need to be laid out in front of you, but you keep going back to the pain, and that's one of the reasons why you feel like you've been left out in the cold. Ain't nobody left you out in the cold. You left yourself out in the cold, because you went and you gave your time and your energy to something that wasn't supposed to have your time and your energy. This 5 of Cups, right? You're mourning your loss, but it's time for change. You got 5 and you got 5. It's time for a change. It's time for a change, and it's a change within yourself. It's a change within the mindset, right? You're opening up your crown chakra to reconnect with yourself. You've got this King of Pentacles, right? It's time to become more focused on your own stability. You don't need them for your stability. You need yourself for your own stability. But if you focus and put the work in on your own stability, you ain't got to worry about what nobody else is over there doing. You ain't have to worry about it. Queen of Cups. You've been in your feminine energy for a while. You've been in your emotional energy for a while. You're learning to control your emotions, right? But within doing that, you've kind of let go of this Empress energy. You haven't been living in that boss mindset. You haven't been living in that in-charge mindset. You haven't been living in that happiness of oneself and that growth and that nourishment, right? You haven't been nourishing the right things as well. For those who, you know, I'm getting, for those who have kids, I don't know why. For those who have kids, you haven't been maternal or paternal. And you got this King of Cups. Balance within this energy. Balance within this energy. And it's crazy because I'm also getting, Sagittarius, that you're deciding between 2 people. You're deciding between 2 people. One of these people bring out the emotions within you because they're emotional themselves. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. One of these people has hurt you in the past, right? But they represent financial stability. So now you're trying to decide on whether you want the person that represents financial stability, or you're trying to decide on whether you want the person that's emotionally balanced for you. And in reality, that's why you're not living in your true Empress energy, because in reality, the answer is none of them. Stop going back to what hurt you. The answer is yourself. You have everything you need to be stable on your own. Live within the stability of self. And once you can live within the stability of self, your Empress energy is going to attract an Emperor. That's what you need. You don't need a King of Pentacles. You don't need a King of Cups. You need an Emperor. That's what you're waiting on. Look, free from judgment and free to love. Listen, you're free to love whoever you want. Free of judgment. Nobody can judge you because none of us are perfect. Every journey starts with a single step. Are you willing to take the step in that direction? Are you willing to take the step in the direction of true love, free to love the way you're meant to be loved? And here's the thing, part of this, because remember I said you're waiting for your Emperor. Part of this is also remembering that true love comes in all shapes and forms and sizes. So sometimes Spirit will give us somebody we never expected. Sometimes Spirit will give us exactly who we expected. But at the end of the day, you're free to love who you want to love, free of judgment, right? And when that person comes along, don't worry about how other people look at it. Don't worry about this person looking at, you know, the amount of kids. Don't worry about the things that might be wrong with yourself, because in reality, that person isn't going to see them as negatives. That person is going to see them as positives. You've got your affirmation. The more I attune my energy with appreciation, the more that the universe will deliver. The universe already wants to line you up, wants to give you everything that you need, but you have to tune into true love, true appreciation. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't see the result. You can't see the result yet, but you have to keep sticking to your course, right? believe that spirit has your back and believe in the guidance that's closest to you, because spirit is going to give you everything that you need without you having to fight for it, without you having to search for it, without you having to choose between worse and worser. They're going to give you the best. They're going to give you the best. Which way is right? All right, Sag. We're moving on. Capricorn. What's after Cap? It's Cap, then what is it? Cap, Aquarius, and Pisces. Cap, you're next. Capricorns. Then Aquarius, then Pisces. We're gonna end it off with Pisces. My emotional people. Yes, I made you go last. It's okay. It's okay. Cap. What's up, Capricorn? Did you see that? I was shuffling. Nothing was happening for a couple. Okay. Peace. Cap, you just want some peace. You like, fuck it. Everybody else is talking about just, ooh, shit. Cap, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be like Sag. That chair is broke. I'm so sad. Okay. Okay, Cap. This guy's definitely upside down. Okay. Capricorn, please. Capricorn. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. I feel like it's this card, I'm not gonna lie. Ladybug, fortune, gratification, and wishes. It's crazy because I was like, I feel like it's that card. Because that card kind of slipped to my hand, but I still put it on top anyway. And I was like, maybe I was supposed to keep it. So peace. Peace, fortune, gratification, and wishes. Cap, you just over here trying to live your best life. Cap is like, fuck what you talking about. Show me the love. Show me the joy. Show me the peace. Show me the energy. That's what you're asking for, Cap. You stop going to the things that hurt you. You stop. This is like, how many cards is this? This is 4. I'll take them. You stop going to those bad mind people. You stop going to the energy. The fool. Fool, jump. Jump. It's time for you to do what you've always wanted to do. That's what's going to bring you that peace and that good fortune and those gratification and those wishes. You jumping in. You stop going to the people that, you know, was torturing you. The people, the situations. You stop craving the drama. You stop craving the drama. And that caused an Ace of Swords, right? Certain things were revealed about certain people, certain situations, right? It brought it to the forefront. And you're like, okay, what's next, right? You stop craving that drama. You've got the 6 of Wands, right? The 6 of Wands. You're starting to come into your idealistic power. You start to thrive. You start to acknowledge the things that are meant for you. 9 of Cups. You're coming to the end of your journey. You're starting to realize the amount that emotions can help, but you're also gaining emotional fulfillment, right? You're using that in order to get to the next step. You got the 10 of Pentacles, right? You're getting financial fulfillment. You're getting stability. You're starting to organize yourself in a way that brings you everything that you need, and that's because you led with strength and you led with love. You've got the Lovers here. So what is your fear with jumping into the relationship with this person, this new person? Cap. I went there. I went there. What's your holdup? Because you've been manifesting it. You've been asking for it. You done put your best foot forward. You done asked for the new beginning. You finally got into a mindset of where you're starting to feel okay. You're finally starting to organize your feelings. You're finally starting to get a little stable. You've led with strength, right? And you've upheld that strength your entire time. So what's your holdup with jumping into a relationship with this person? Why won't you let your fortune and your wishes come to you? This is one of your wishes. This person, you wished for them. Let them go, and it's going to be a lesson. Heaven sent. Cap. Cap. Heaven sent. Conscious connections. This person's heaven sent. You jumped to this moment. You jumped to this moment. But you're afraid. Everything's lining up and you're like, things are going too well. That's what you're thinking. I'm hearing things are going too well. It's too good to be true. Yeah, you're right. Nigga, because they were sent from heaven. Sent from heaven. The universe powerfully responds the instant I align with love. You've been aligning with love, so the universe powerfully responded. Allow them to respond. I'm in awe of the magnificent. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. You're welcome. Each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. Each time I tune into spirit, guidance of the highest shows up. You're welcome. Because you're sitting here looking at it like, how does she know? She don't know nothing. She probably was talking to one of them weird spirits. You see what I'm saying? So you sitting here questioning me, and spirit is trying to tell you, I am your guidance. You're welcome. That person is heaven sent. Don't lose them. It's not good to be true. You deserve it. You deserve it. Don't ruin it. And I don't mean that in a contradicting way. I mean that in a you don't know what you have type of way. Okay? Don't ruin it. You're living for all of us right now, Cap. You're living for all of us. All right, Cap. Aquarius. Aquarius, let's get you situated, baby. Aquarius and then Pisces. No, now or never. I want you to hold me down. Cap, this is a song that was playing in my ear when your reading came on. So it's true. Said, you know, I want to keep you around forever. Confirmation. I want you to let me know. No or never. Aquarius, change. Y'all are no stranger to change, though, because what is Aquarius? It's the wind, right? Y'all are known for going with the flow. The flowy, the flowy, the flow. Sorry, G-Factor and curiosity. We're going to, just because I didn't. Okay, Aquarius, please. Tortoise. Okay, that seems more right. Home is where the heart is. Change, and you got change, and you've got home is where the heart is. Maybe it's time to change your home. Aquarius, are you thinking about moving? Let me know if you're thinking about moving. Although Aquarius that watch this, please drop in the comments below if you were thinking about moving. If so, where to? Share. I read all the comments. Okay. Ooh. Oh, so you said this city ain't big enough for the both of us and decided to move. Shit. Y'all go with the flow a lot, but you were like, this city ain't big enough for the both of us. Let's move. Shit. Hold on. Yeah, Aquarius. You got some splaining to do. Feel good. Okay. You just came out of a tough situation, Aquarius. You got this hangman here. You just came out of your slump. You're not feeling stuck anymore. But look, you see how he's kind of like upside down. He's kind of kissing this thing. But you know, the energy of the hangman is being turned upside down so that you can look at things from a new perspective. Spirit, during this time frame, right, during the end of that year, was showing you things. It was bringing things into light, and some of those things weren't as favorable. Some of those things had to do with a relationship, and you're looking at this and you're like, I'm heartbroken. I'm painful. And it's like, you've got the Five of Swords. Five, you've got another five. Five represents change, right? You got this Five of Swords, and you're like, you're ready for battle. You're riding these things, you're ready for battle. And these things are holding spirit swords. You've got your swords with you, you have three swords, two on your back, one in your hand, and then each black swan has a sword, right? And again, black, you're in the darkness. You're ready for battle. You're ready to fight for this person. And here's the thing, it's not working. It's not working. But you got this Eight of Swords, right? And you were like, we came this far. We came this far. It's either we're doing this shit, or the city ain't big enough for the both of us. That's kind of how y'all looking at it. The city ain't big enough for the both of us. One of us got to go. Both of us got to go. We got to go somewhere different, but we got to go to different areas. And right now, y'all looking at it like it's time to move. It's time to make a change. And you're right. It is time to make that change. Because there's secrets underneath this. And there's been secrets in this. You don't even realize that there's been secrets in this, which is why they flipped your ass upside down in order to show you things from a different perspective. They needed you to understand a different perspective. They want you to lean more on your friends, right? They want you to come out of the situation. It's okay to lean on your friends for help. It's okay to ask for help out of the situation. It is okay to change your mindset per the situation in order to get where you need to go. But you have to do it. You have to do it. And it's going to take strength. It's going to take strength. It's going to take power. It's going to take courage, because you're so attached. You're so attached to this person, this situation. And it's crazy because Aquarius go with the flow for everything. But once they're in love, they are in love. Once they feel the sacrifice, they feel the sacrifice, and you have to release it. You have to release it. It wasn't your sacrifice to make. Everything that happened up until this point was a choice. You had a choice, they had a choice. Don't think because you guys chose the same thing that now is not the time to make a different choice. Don't think they can't make a different choice. Don't think that you guys have to stay in this knowing damn well it's not meant. You've got the Nine of Cups. You're coming to the end of that cycle, and it's been emotional. It's been an emotional ride, but you're coming to mental fulfillment throughout this situation, and that's coming from finally being able to release. When you're finally able to release, you're finally able to breathe. You're like, okay, I'm done. I finished. I accomplished. You see what I'm saying? Like, you've been looking for that moment to breathe. You've been looking for that moment to yourself, and releasing this person and moving. That's what's going to give you fulfillment. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but it will. And it's crazy. She feels, she knows. She feels, she knows, they know how you feel. You know how you feel. But you guys are trying to hold on so hard. You've got inspiration. You've been inspired. You've been inspired to refocus. You've been inspired to start anew. But you keep going back to this relationship, and it's causing you hindrance, right? And Spirit wants to know, what do you feel? Go off of it. Go off of what you feel. You're outweighing these options. You've been sitting here and weighing these damn options for so long. Stop. Be the Aquarius that you're supposed to be and go with the flow. Stop sitting in this shit. The longer you sit in shit, you stop smelling it. You see what I'm saying? You've been sitting in shit for so long, it don't even smell like shit. All you smell is roses. But when people walk into that shit, all they smell is shit. Focus on the light. Restore and replenish underneath that. It's time for you to come into your own. It's time for you to come into your own emotions. It's time for you to come into your own feelings. It's time for you to come into your own space. Space. Move. You move, he move, they move, we all move, she move, whatever. However you need to move, y'all need to move separately. Separately. And look at this. Because all you wanted was some peace. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my love in the universe. You've been craving that peace, and the only way to get the peace is through the quiet, because that's when you connect to your inner self. That's when you connect. But you haven't had peace because your home has been chaos. So it's time to make a change in order to have that peace. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't see the end result. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't see the result. You know that spirit's got your back. You know that the universe is helping you out, but you have to know it and you have to put it into action. We can't put it into action for you. Just because we tell you that you're guided doesn't mean that you feel that you're guided, and everything is of the mind. What you choose is where things go, but you keep choosing to stay knowing that you want to go when it's causing you your own detriment. You feel like you can make it through the situation. Oh, I can keep going. I can keep going. You know, roommates, not roommates, together, not together. Whatever the case may be, you feel like you can keep going through it, and you cannot. You cannot. It's taking a toll on your spirit. It's taking a toll on your energy, and you haven't realized it yet. But when you realize it, that's when you're like, okay, I definitely have to do what I've always wanted to do. And it's crazy because you've wanted to do this for a while. That's the worst part about it. You wanted to do this for a while, but you keep letting this person in. You keep letting this person in. All right. Pisces. Pisces, sun, moon, rising. Step up, step up, step up. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Pisces, give me some Pisces love. It's y'all, and that's it. Pisces. Oh, Pisces, you got surrender. Surrender. Be that way, fall apart, what's the day? I just wish you could hear what you say. Show, never tell. Pisces, Pisces, you so well. Dove. Oh, Pisces, this, I feel like yours is going to be deep. If teardrops could be bottled, there'll be swimming pools filled by models. Till the tide dries is what makes you. Oh, if I loved you. Please forgive my singing. Ignore it. I know I'm not the best singer, but I sing all the time. I can't even help it. Pisces, you got surrender, and then you got the dove. Divine messages, accord, motherhood. Divine messages, accord, motherhood. Pisces, I feel like your stuff is already gonna be crazy. Losing feelings, getting old. From a broken heart. Pisces, Pisces. Pisces. If teardrops, there'll be swimming pools. Till the tide dries is what makes you a whole. If I love you, it's a promise. Anybody who knows this song, tell me what song it is, and I'll give you a free personal reading. First, it's going to be the first one I see, though, so I am sorry. I'm sorry to everyone who didn't watch the full reading. I am sorry to anyone who is not a Pisces. And I'm sorry to anyone who don't know the song. But if you know the name of the song, post it, and I'll give you a free personal reading. That's all you're gonna get because the song is over now. So I hope you paid attention. Okay, so Pisces, bottom of the deck is this Ace of Cups. So the focus of your relationship, So are you in a relationship already? Are you thinking about a relationship, or you have a person you're in an entanglement with? I don't know. But the fact that that's how it came out of my mouth, but it's a beginning. There's gonna be a beginning in the relationship. So I don't know if it's the current relationship or a new relationship, but you've also got surrender, and you've got divine messages, accord, and motherhood, right? So something needs to be let go of in order for this new thing to come in. That's just how the world works. It's justice, it's balance, it's Libra, it's the cycle, whatever you want to call it. That's how the universe works. The wheel of fortune. You got to end things for new things to begin. You've got the Six of Cups, right? And the Six of Cups, you've been kind of like dwelling in the energy, realizing the power of your emotions, kind of enjoying the celebration of your emotions, right? And you've been sharing that with other people. You have been in the mindset of sharing, right? But you also have the Ace of Wands. There's a few new things that you want to start. There's certain things on your journey that you wanted to accomplish, right? And you're very in your head about them, right? And you want to bring those things to the forefront because you want to be more idealistic. There's certain things that you want to get into, right? And here's the thing, Spirit wants you to know that everything that you want is on the way. You've got the Chariot, big Cancer energy. And I don't know if that has to do with this person who's coming along as well, that Cancer energy, you know, Pisces, because you're a water sign as well. But you've got the Chariot, and whatever it is that you want is on its way. It's coming to you, but you have to have strength. You have to have strength. You have to be in this fire. You have to kind of stand your ground on it, stand firm, and kind of wait for it to come in. And here's the thing, part of that strength is going to be in whatever this is that needs to be released. And you know exactly what it is that needs to be released because you felt the need to release it before Aries season even hit, before spring even hit. You felt the need to release it because spring is, you know, spring cleaning. It's a time where people naturally feels like shit just needs to be thrown out. So you've already felt kind of what you needed to surrender. But here's the thing, there's a difference between surrender and release, right? Releasing is just like letting it go completely. It has nothing to do with you. It's not your energy. It's out of you. It's out of sight, out of mind. It's not you. Surrender is more of giving it up, right? It's giving it up. And sometimes it's giving it up to God or the universe or, again, whoever you believe in. Again, I'll share my beliefs later in a video that's not about focusing on the readings, right? But it's giving it up to whoever you know is sent to help you and allowing them to help you. It's releasing that energy so that they can do their job. It's letting it go for them so that they can handle it, right? You've got the Seven of Pentacles. You planted your seed. And here's the thing. You've planted your seed. You've watched the rain. Sometimes you've gone out and watered. You can't control the sun, but sometimes you provided light. You see what I'm saying? You've lined shit up the way it's supposed to be lined up. And because you've lined stuff up the way it's supposed to be lined up, you've got this Ace of Pentacles. You've got some new stability coming in. You've got new journeys when it comes to financial stuff coming in. You've got things that you've always wanted to test out coming in. But it's going to come with heartbreak. It's going to come with heartbreak. And what I'm kind of feeling is, I'm kind of feeling like the heartbreak is a relationship. The person can't handle the changes that you made. That's why there's a new one, right? In order to begin, something has to end, right? And what I'm feeling for you, Pisces, is I'm feeling that something ends so something else can begin. But you have to go through this journey. You have to go through this energy of releasing. You have to go through this building of your ideas. You have to go through the planting of your seeds and the having strength and getting through the situation and starting your form of stability in order for you to even get that heartbreak or that new beginning. And when you get that heartbreak, it's going to feel heartbreaking, but you're going to remember, like, I've got more going for me. And here's the thing, part of the reason why that heartbreak comes is that person is kind of jealous. They're jealous of your abundance. They're jealous of how much you've got. They're jealous of how far you've come, which is why it's heartbreaking, because it's not like this is a terrible relationship. You guys are great. You guys are great. And I don't know whether this is platonic, like a friend, or whether this is friend, family, or whether this is a relationship, but you guys were great together. You had no issues until you started doing better. Once you started doing better, that's when true color started to show, because that's when you really started to see the forms of jealousy. That person is realizing, shit, they got it, why can't I have it? And in reality, it's not about a why can't I have it, it's about how can I get my own. Instead of focusing on what you got, how do I balance my own energy? How do I go for what I want? And they're not focusing on that. They're focusing on you and what you have. And that's going to cause a problem. That's going to cause a problem. But the new relationship, once you let go of the old relationship, the new relationship is going to be great, because look what you have here. You have heaven sent. It's because you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You followed yourself. You followed your suit and went to what you wanted. That's all you did. That's all you did. So because of that, you're going to be free from judgment, free to love. You don't have to worry about what other people say, what other people did. You did nothing wrong with the situation. You just lived your life and accomplished the dreams that you've always wanted to accomplish. So God is going to send you somebody on your level, right? They're going to send you somebody on your level because this person, they feel like they're being left behind. And that's what's another reason that's causing the jealousy. There's only so much comforting you can do. You see what I'm saying? After a while, it's a mindset thing. They've got to change their own mindset in order to catch up with you. You got to follow your own rhythm. Follow your own rhythm. Faith in the process. You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need the situation. You just need yourself, and follow your own rhythm. Follow your flow. Keep doing you. Keep living how you living, because you're going to get somebody on your level. You're going to get somebody that understands you in a way that that person never could. Your affirmation. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. Bottom of the deck. My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force. They come through freedom. My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force. They come through freedom. Freedom, free from judgment, freedom to love. Follow your own rhythm. You don't have to force it. You're going through an awakening, Pisces, awakening. And there's multiple awakenings. It's not just one. Once you hit the level, it's like you're stuck. No, that's not it at all. There's always time and room to grow. There's always effort and things to learn. Always, always. But you're coming into your own. You're growing into your shoes. Your shoes, they were too big for you at one point. At one point, Pisces, your shoes was a little too big for you, but you're growing into them. You're growing into yourself. You're growing into your ears, your nose, your mouth, your throat. And you're finally realizing the true effort that you can have on the universe. And that only comes with time and faith. So I hope that resonated with everybody. Please, please, please comment below. I'm going to start doing videos. I'm going to post about every 2 to 3 weeks, because I'm going to do the beginning of the month and I'm going to do the end of the month for zodiac signs. But I'm going to try to do a collective reading at least once a week, unless you guys want more. So we're going to start off with once a week just to start. But if you guys start wanting more, just, you know, let me know. So I appreciate all of you who have stuck around for this video. Again, I'm Omega, and this is Omega Moonshine Tarot. Thank you so much. Love you. Peace, love, and hair grease. Have a wonderful day.